What is up, New World Defenders? Woo! Today I'm drinking some Colombian coffee. My mom just got back from the Bahamas and she gave me a sampler pack of some coffee, and boy, I'm loving it. And actually the coffee today is what inspired me to, or reminded me to do this video, and it's about illicit drugs versus meditation, and which is better? That's the question of the day. Which is better, illicit drugs or meditation, in furthering someone's awakening, or just getting to a higher level? So let's start off with illicit drugs. Now, I have experience with illicit drugs, and a little background. I went on a 2-year journey to figure out who I was, and during that time I did a lot of illicit drugs, and I met a lot of people and had a lot of experiences. But I do not, this I have to make very clear. This is a disclaimer on the video. If you watch this video and you go out and do illicit drugs and something happens to you, don't blame me, okay? I'm not promoting illicit drugs. I'm just giving facts based on my experience. That is it. And I'm drinking Colombian coffee today, so that means I'm going to be talking a lot. Now, with illicit drugs, yes, you can get to a higher state of mind, but it comes at a price, and that price is your health, possibly loss of your family, disconnection from good social people, putting yourself in harm's way to get the drugs, putting yourself in harm's way of going to jail, or you risk death, doing illicit drugs. You don't know what kind of stupid stuff you're gonna do. But there are some very awakening experiences that happen on illicit drugs, and I'm not going to name the drugs because, like I said, I'm not promoting them. Now, some of the negative, that I've also met, like the health thing, just as an example, like I like to give examples when I give lists like that, so that there's some kind of factual evidence backing what I say. The channel is about truth after all. So, in my 2 years of doing illicit drugs, I went from 230 pounds to 155 pounds. So if that's not a sign of bad health, and the fact that you could smell me from about 50 feet away, yeah, pretty bad. Now, I don't promote them because I've been clean for a year now, and I've actually had more awakening experiences in this last year clean than I have in 2 years of doing illicit drugs. So there's your sign, here's your sign, Bill Engvall or whatever who says that. So meditation is something that has really skyrocketed my spiritual experience, and has actually given me more of a deeper meaning behind my spiritual awakenings. Now, with drugs, you have these moments of clarity, where you think you get an answer, and the truth is you do get an answer, but that answer comes at the prices that I mentioned, and on top of that, during a trip or a high, you're not in control of that experience. So you can either have a really, really, really good experience, but that really good experience can be followed by a terrible experience. And I know all about that, and I'm sure there's people out there that know more about that than I do, but I'm not really going to go into that. That's all I'm going to say. So you're not in control of that experience. Now, in meditation, the concept of it is to let go of control, to let go of trying to hold on to something, and just to have a free flow of consciousness between you and the universe. And that, to me, is done with silence. When I meditate, I don't normally, sit in lotus position. I don't hold my hands a certain way. Nothing. All meditation to me is silence and breathing. That's it. Just taking deep breaths, realizing that I'm having some acceptance with my life through that silence. Being able to sit down, not have to think too much. If I do have a thought, I get the thought, I accept it, I honor it, and I let it go. and I try to keep the silence flowing. But see, then again, the point is to let go of control, so you have to kind of let the silence come to you. And the thing is, I've had more profound experiences with meditation than I have on any illicit drug. And that's a fact. Because it's my experience. Like, it might not be your experience, but it's my experience, so it's fact and it's truth to me. And, you know, that's up to you guys to take my word for that. Now, the thing is, meditation is not easy for beginners. I mean, maybe that's a little bit of a that could be a false statement, because you may be a beginner at meditation and be really, really good at it. But for me, like, coming off drugs, 2-year rampage or whatever you want to call it, like, it was tough to sit down and be quiet. And like, I've got other issues too. I've got mental health issues that kind of prevent me from being able to sit down and just chill for too long. So meditation for me was hard at first, but it was so rewarding. And that's the thing. Drugs are not hard to do. It's very easy to do a drug, and therefore you get a very easy, very simple spiritual experience. But meditation takes practice, and it's a skill. It's not something people are just born with. You don't just come into this world knowing how to meditate perfectly. And that's why, like, I'm trying to get into some guided meditation, or hopefully someone will make a video with guided meditation on it. Actually, now that I think of that, I meant to look that up the other day and I forgot. So I'm actually really glad I made this video, and I want to hear you guys' responses. The question of the day: what's better for spiritual experiences, illicit drugs or meditation? So let me know.